Hello everyone, welcome to my weekly Facebook Live. I am Ruth Norton with Ruth's Stamping Corner, and I'm so glad you guys are joining me today. I have a really fun box to share with you guys today. I love the colors on this. I love blue for Christmas. I think that's really fun. The belly band slides off. It opens like a gatefold card. You can write a message here, and then there's a little treat inside, and this treat is actually the Wonder Shop dark chocolate sea salt and bark. I got this at Target over the weekend, but you can I'll give you some substitution options if you don't have a local Target or you can't find that item. But I think this is really fun and just a fun little way you can add a little note to your recipient there. All right, so we're gonna make this box in just a second. We're gonna jump into it in just a minute. But before we do, I just have a couple of really quick reminders to go through. Our subscription period for the January Paper Pumpkin is open, and this one is going to be Valentine's. It looks so cute. It's the Hugs and Kisses Paper Pumpkin Kit. You're going to get enough supplies to create 10 cards. There's going to be 10 envelopes, exclusive stamp set. This one has a gray granite stamp set. They're actually telling us the color this time. Normally they don't give us a color, but so you're going to get 10 cards, 10 envelopes, the stamp set, the ink spot, and then if you want, there is going to be an add-on kit available for this, and those are going to be little boxes. They're going to be really cute. So if you want to add on the boxes, that you'll have to order that in my online store, and they'll coordinate with this Paper Pumpkin Kit. So this is a January Paper Pumpkin Kit. If you want this, you need to subscribe by January 10th. And then you will have it in time for Valentine's Day. Now, the December Paper Pumpkin Kit has shipped. At least mine has. My multiple kits. I got multiples this month. So as soon as that comes in, I will go live in my VIP group and do a quick unboxing of that. Now, with this whole shipping crisis thing, I don't even expect it till, I think it's going to be close to Christmas before I get it. So I am certainly not holding my breath for it to show up in the next couple of days. All right, the last chance list is available. Lots of items are selling out from this catalog. This is our holiday catalog. So if you don't have everything from your wish list here, make sure you're shopping ASAP. I checked the sold out list yesterday, and there was a lot of stuff on there, guys. Stuff is selling out. All right, we have a new mini catalog coming out. This launches on January 4th. If you don't have one and you were in the United States, I would love to send you a copy. Please just let me know. And I think that's it. I think we're ready. If you need to shop for supplies, this is my December host code. Use this host code when you shop in December. All orders will receive a PDF with 3 exclusive projects. If your order is over $50 or more, you will also receive a make and take kit to go with that PDF. All right, this is the box we're making. Like I said, I showed you guys at the beginning. It opens up. You can write a little message. Now, I didn't design it to fit a gift card. The gift card's gonna be too wide, but you could also stick a gift card in your little box and give a gift card that way if you wanted to. Use this for giving gift cards. All right, so let's start with our box first, and then I'll talk to you guys about what you can put in this box. So we're actually gonna make the box first. So you're going to need a piece of cardstock. I'm using Night of Navy. Let me get my Simply Scored out here. I'm using Night of Navy. This is 7 1/4 by 7 1/2. So because it's almost a full square, you really want to just be aware of which side you're scoring on. So we're going to start on the shorter side, on the 7 1/4 inch side, and we are going to score it at 1 1/2 and at 2 1/8 on each side. Okay, so turn it all the way around and do the other side, 1 1/2 and 2 1/8. Okay? Now we're going to turn it to the 7 1/2 inch side, and we are going to score it at 4 1/2 and 5 1/8. There we go. All right, that's all the scoring. So we're going to put that away, put our scoring tool away, and we're going to get our bone folder and burnish those lines. It's been a few, I don't know if my score line, yeah, I think they are. It's been a while since I've made this box, and now I'm like double checking these score lines. But I think we're okay. Those front panels, yeah, I think we're okay. They looked a little short to me, so I was second guessing myself, but we're okay. All right, so this is what you're gonna have. You're gonna have score lines on this side, you're gonna have some down here. So our box is gonna fold up like this. So what we actually need to do is get rid of this corner down here. So let me grab my scissors. So there's a long side here and then a short side. So we're working on the short side on the bottom. And we are going to, let me think how this is going to go. You guys. Okay, we're just going to get rid of this one corner down here. This is what happens when you make projects so far in advance, then you kind of forget what you're doing. All right, now I'm going to take off this one rectangle here, and then I'm going to take off this other skinny rectangle right here. Okay. So I should have cut all the way up that score line to the second score line. Okay, so just that one side, we still have our score line here. All right, now we're going to cut these little tabs. So I'm going to cut in here. This box is cut a little bit differently than the way we normally assemble a box. So you do kind of have to think about it a little bit. I'm going to just notch in on those little tabs. These tabs are going to go on the inside of our box. So it doesn't matter if they're, if you see these or not. And I'm actually going to just notch in on that top right here. Okay, does that make sense? All right, we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to cut off these bottom two rectangles right here. I'm going to go all the way up to that second score line this time. Okay, and this side, cut that off, and then we're going to come in and kind of free our tabs and notch in on those. All right. There we go, and I'm just going to trim this in just a little bit. All right, that is our box. Hold on, let me get this trash out of the way. All right, now we're going to do just a little bit more trimming on these bigger panels here, but I need my ruler. I need to mark for that, and I want to mark 2.5 inches from the bottom here, from where our tabs are. And so I'm going to mark 2.5 inches. Let me grab a pen. And I'm just going to make a little mark right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but, and then we're going to do the same on this side. So 2.5 inches, make a little mark. And we're going to get our paper trimmer out for this one. You can use your scissors if you want, but I will cut a crooked line for sure. So I'm going to get out my paper trimmer. So what we are doing is we are going to cut from that mark up to the score line, the first score line. So I'm going to line up the score line edge right there in the groove, and then line up my mark, and I'm going to trim that off just like that. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. So line up that score line, pivot it to the mark, and we're just going to cut that off. And then when we fold it together, that will give us that fun V there. All right, that is all of our trimming. We can start assembling this now. All right, I'm going to use some tear and tape. So on the back, we're just going to add a little bit of tear and tape to each of these little tabs here. Okay, and then we're going to add some tear and tape to these shorter tabs here. If you guys hear a lot of crashing and banging, my trash man is outside. I used to do Facebook Lives on Thursdays, but the trash collector always came during my Facebook Live, so I thought, well, you know what, I'm just going to change my Facebook Lives to Wednesday so that I don't have to deal with it. And here we are. I don't know how he knows. The last, like, 2 months, our trash guy has not shown up until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I go live, and here he is. So, I don't know. It's just one of those things. All right, so this little tab, we're going to line up this score line with this cut edge. It's like, oh, you know what? Actually, this is how I did it. This side. We're going to glue it on this side, like this. So do it this way. Yeah. So you're going to glue the little tab to the other tab with the adhesive. So I hope that makes sense. Like that. Okay. And then this is just going to go up like this. And we're going to adhere the sides in just like that. Okay. I hope that makes sense. I hope that I didn't confuse you too much. Got distracted by the trash man. All right, so that is basically our little box. Isn't that fun? Isn't that cute? I think it's a little different. I think it's a little fun. So I mentioned before, this is what I have inside mine. This is some dark chocolate mini bark from Target. This is their Wonder Shop brand, so you can only find it at Target. So I sized this box perfectly to fit this, But if you don't have Target near you, if you can't find this, a Kit Kat, a full-size Kit Kat will also fit in here. It is a little short, but since we're tying a ribbon around it anyway, it's going to hold everything in place. And then if you wanted to also slide in a gift card, there's also plenty of room. You can slide in a little gift card there. So I'm going to go back to my bark because that's the purpose I bought this box. So we are actually going to tie it all into place with some ribbon. I'm using the glittered organdy ribbon. And let's see, can I find my end? There it is. So I'm going to wrap it around my box, and I want to do this before we adhere that little paper on the inside. That way, okay, I gotta cut this off. I don't know what it is. So that way the ribbon is all secured in there by our little piece of white cardstock we're gonna put in there. All right, so I'm just gonna tie a bow up here. I cannot tie ribbon on a spool. I see people doing it all the time, and for me, it's like, I just can't do it. I don't know if I always have my spool on the wrong side. I don't know what it is. That is not a bad bow. This glittered organdy ribbon, I do love the bows that it ties. They're just gorgeous. So isn't that cute? I can trim this end a little bit. Isn't that cute? This is really cute, just like this. Isn't that cute? All right, so I have a piece of white cardstock we're going to place in here. So this would be where you could stamp an inside greeting, you could write a message, you can do whatever you want in here. This piece of white is 2 3/4 by 2 1/8. And I'm just going to put a little bit of Stampin' Seal on this. And that's going to hold our ribbon in place. And just glue that right inside, just like that. Perfect. All right, let's work on our belly band. So our belly band is a piece of DSP. This is from the Beauty of the Earth DSP. This is in the annual catalog. This is gorgeous DSP. I need to use this more often. This is the paper we're using, this piece right here. I just cut off a piece of it, but isn't this totally like winter Christmas? I just love it. This is really like an all-season DSP. You're going to get patterns that you can use for every season of the year: fall, summer, spring, winter. They are gorgeous patterns. So check that out in the annual catalog. Put that away. This piece, our belly band, is 8 by 2.5. And I'm just going to wrap it around. I'm not going to score it or anything. So I'm just going to kind of center it. And then I'm just going to wrap it around. And I'm just going to go through and just pinch those edges. Just like that. That's going to tell us where we need to fold our cardstock. You can do measuring and stuff, but when you're wrapping for a belly band, the measurements get to be, pretty small. 16ths, 8ths. That kind of thing. And with DSP, it's just really easier just to wrap it. So when I'm going around, I'm just folding on those pinched lines, but I'm just squaring it up to make sure that it's nice and square top and bottom. And that will make sure that we can wrap our belly band around. All right, adhesive on one side. And then we're going to wrap it around and adhere it to the belly band. Don't glue it to the box. You want it to slide on and off. So just adhere it to the back there. There we go. Isn't that cute? I love it. All right, let's do some stamping. So our stamping today, let me bring this in so you guys see what we're doing. Our stamping today, we're using the Perfectly Plaid stamp set. This came out years ago. We've had this one for a while. It's in the annual catalog, and it is one of my favorites. I love it. It has some really good classic images. I think we all use trees a lot, so it's one of those really good ones to have. I'm going to stamp on some Misty Moonlight cardstock, and I pulled out my Stampin' Pierce mat because this is a photopolymer stamp, and so sometimes you need that little extra cushion. And so I'm going to stamp my tree. I'm using this leafy tree right here, and I'm just going to stamp it twice on some Misty Moonlight. So cute. And then I'm going to grab my Night of Navy dark Stampin' Blend, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of splatter. Just want the trees to have a little bit of splatter on them. Okay, we're going to punch this out in just a second. We have a couple more things to stamp. So I have a greeting, a label piece that I have die cut with our seasonal labels dies. I use this real big one right here. That's in the mini catalog. This one is carrying over, which is fantastic. I love this label set. And so I'm going to use a stamp, a greeting from that Perfectly Plaid. Try to center it up here, North Pole Delivery. think it's a really cute greeting. Super cute. All right, and then we have these little teeny tiny pine cones here. So we're gonna stamp those. Let me grab those stamps. And then I need a piece of scratch paper and a piece of white. So for the solid part, I'm going to ink it up, stamp it off on scratch paper, and then stamp it on my white. And that will give us a lighter image. Okay, we're gonna go in with the little solid pine cone piece and just stamp that directly over. Perfect. See? Cute, right? Now you have to fussy cut these because there is no punch or die for those little pieces. So through the magic of television, I've already fussy cut our 3 little pine cones. You can leave the pine cones off, but I think they added a lot of extra detail. Now for the trees, we do have a tree punch. So it is easy to get these trees out. They are so cute. Okay, so 2 trees, 3 pine cones. We are ready to assemble. All right, I'm gonna take 1 tree, use some liquid glue, use any glue you want. I'm just gonna put it on the bottom half of my tree. The top is going to hang off a little bit, so you don't wanna put it on the top. And I'm just gonna kinda set that down, angle it a little bit. All right, dimensionals, in the back of my greeting. Don't go all the way to the edge. The greeting will hang off a little bit as well. And just put that on there, just like that. I'm going to add a dimensional right onto my belly band. And I'm gonna stick this tree on, just like that. You can also add some liquid glue on it if you wanted. And then for our little pine cones, I'm just gonna put 2 little dots of liquid glue there. I'm gonna stick one going that way, this one going this way. These are little tiny pine cones, so you could leave them off if you wanted. If you had a small pine cone die, you could do that as well. And then just a little dot of glue here for this one, and I'm just gonna kind of tuck that under, just like that. So cute. Now to finish it off, I have some blue gems. These are in our annual catalog. And just, I'm using some of the bigger ones of these darker blue ones, which I love. And then just one kind of tucked up here, just like that. So cute. What do you guys think? You guys love it? I think it's really cute, and I think it's just really fun. It's just a fun, different kind of way to package up a tree. Now remember, if you can't find this chocolate bark from Target, you can substitute a Kit Kat bar that will fit in here just fine as well. So you can, Kit Kats you can find anywhere. So you can always make this little treat as for a Kit Kat as well. All right. I think that's it for me, you guys. I will be live on Sunday in my VIP group. I do have a really fun box to share. I'm showing this box in my VIP group on Sunday for week 12. It'll be our final week of our Christmas countdown. As for the rest of the year, after my Sunday Facebook Live, I will not be going live for the rest of the year. I'm taking 2 weeks off. I will be back live on January 4th for the catalog launch. So watch for me posting about that. But I will have tons of sneak peeks and a couple videos going up on my blog over the next 2 weeks. So make sure you're checking my blog, even if you're not checking in live with me. But join me Sunday for sure for week 12 of my 12 weeks of Christmas countdown. And I hope you guys have a great day. If you're watching this on Facebook, please share this with your friends. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys on Sunday. Bye.